Welcome back to the Ace Owner Podcast. I'm back with my wife, Jack, and we have a special guest today. Mm-hmm. This is Josh.
The Josh that was like, hey, I'll do the behind the scenes stuff. And then,
I still do it. I'm just not here.
No,
I
you
watch,
need to be
and I'm
here.
looking it up for you guys when you say it. It's just a little late.
So he's fact-checking us after the fact.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And if you do that, this is going to be a great episode for you to do that. Mm-hmm. Did that work? There's a lot of do-that's if you do-that's. Because today we're going to be doing something really fun, and I'm going to put your brain to the test. A lot of the things we're going to talk about today you may know, things you may not know. I didn't fact check a lot of these. So
Awesome.
let's just
That
rock
was
how
it.
it
supposed to be
should be,
his job.
Do you know what a Mandela is? Do you know the Mandela Effect, Jackie?
It's a tattoo, right?
That's mandala.
Oh.
Now, we were talking about this actually today at the shop because I always say it's a Mandela effect. And I say it so much that I think people think I'm just stupid. It's like the literally word, right? I just say literally on purpose now that I
don't
say it on
believe that he
purpose.
says it on purpose.
Not anymore. What I'm saying is I say
don't
it so
either.
much that I
Yeah.
literally say it wrong all the time. So Mandela effect. I'm like, yeah, this is Mandela and it's Mandela, right?
Is it?
Bunch of shapes.
Yeah, like repeating and
Yeah.
like one of these. This is going to be a great episode for you to watch. So if you're one of the watchers, which I'm watching you.
We're watching you watch
That's
us.
right.
Watch us.
That's hot.
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
hot. Yeah, that's good.
When you can hear it yourself, it's
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Dude,
it's
you know what I
nice.
mean? Yeah. But if you're a listener, this should be fun too. So today at the shop, for those who do not know, this is actually my apprentice, Josh. So here's some of Josh's artwork. Look at these pretty pictures of Josh's artwork. He did
It's
this
crap.
one. And he did this one.
Crap
love that
again.
one.
And he did this one.
Extra crap.
That one
Yes.
is. That one is crap.
Oh, yeah. So let's just start off with the idea that the Mandela effect is when
How do you say it?
Mandela. So what is that? Why don't you tell the people what it is?
It is where your brain thinks something was one way, but in reality it was another way. And it's called that because everybody thought Nelson Mandela died
In the 80s.
in like the 80s in jail.
Well, he spent 27 years, I think it's 27 years, in prison, and people thought he died in prison. But he actually died in 2013.
Yeah. Like, so even the title, The Mandela Effect, is 10 years old. Yeah.
So this leads us to our first one I want to talk about. It's actually one of his he wanted to talk about, so we'll talk about it before. This is from the movie Silence of the Lambs. Josh?
Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice.
Who, when you think of the movie, though, is that not the
Dude,
first thing you think of?
I quote that all the time. Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yes, you do say hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice. All the time,
it's
right?
in that voice. It has
It's-
to be.
Good morning, Clarice.
So he never said hello.
He never says hello. And that one really jacks me up. No pun intended.
So it's good morning instead of hello.
It's good morning. And
That doesn't even sound right.
no, it
Good
doesn't.
morning, hello, 2 syllables.
Well, I
Makes
think it's
sense.
because good morning refers to the morning, but sometimes I tell you hello at nighttime. So maybe we're all talking about this to like make it relevant to any time. I don't know. But good morning, Clarice. I can't.
Yeah, good, but hello.
Hello, Clarice.
Who even says hello? That's why it
Hello?
stood out so much, is because like he
Lonnie
said
Roach,
hello,
dude.
Clarice, all creepy.
Okay.
I never say good morning. I always say
Adele
hello.
said it too.
Oh, she did say
So Richie, Adele. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, who sings about good mornings?
Hello
No one.
from me. So that's the kind of stuff we're going to talk about. So I thought it'd be really fun to mention some of the ones that like, I want to blow over some and then ask questions about other ones. Okay. So is it Sex and the City or Sex in the City? Jackie?
In the city.
I'm going to go and the city just to be different.
It's and.
What?
Sex and the City. Now, this could be because
See,
there's an alternate universe.
I did say in the city because I was like, and.
Well, we need
if
to-
That's what I purposely thought.
I'm not going to try to trick you. I want you to try
I
to.
feel like I'm being quizzed right now.
Well, you are going to be quizzed by your brain, but don't be trying to answer trick questions. Do me that favor for this pod.
Yes.
Just answer what you remember it being.
It's sex in the city because they live in the city and they're having sex in that city.
No, it's Sex and the City,
So they're having sex and the city.
and then there's a city there with Anne Rice. So what is that show called you talked about today?
Mayfair Witches.
Okay, yeah, he just was talking about Anne Rice's new witch show today, right? Asking us if we watched
yeah.
it, which we haven't yet.
Check it out.
Is it Interview with the Vampire or Interview with a Vampire?
With the vampire.
Oh shit! It's the vampire, right?
I don't know. What do you remember?
I remember the interview.
Because even Anne Rice got this wrong.
Hold on.
During interviews, her and Tom Cruise both said it wrong as well.
Let me picture it.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, it's the.
It is the.
Okay.
But a lot of people say Interview with a Vampire.
A vampire?
A vampire. Speaking of Tom Cruise, you guys ever seen the movie Risky Business?
Yeah.
You know when he's got the shirt on and the underwear and the glasses, right? And he slides in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know he's not wearing glasses?
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. Check it out. Tom Cruise is not wearing glasses.
All the Halloween costumes.
All the Halloween costumes are where I believe these things go wrong. So, okay, before we get too deep into
Maybe he
this,
puts them on
he doesn't put
and then
them on.
takes them off
Okay.
before he slides.
Are they on the cover of the VHS?
Hey, Josh, will you check that out for me real quick?
Got it.
Cool. Oh, dude, you're good.
Yeah.
He's good.
He does have the glass. Oh, that's
On the
why.
cover. So let's get into why.
What is wrong with our brains?
Well, our brains are stupid, is what. So let's get into this. The belief that a lot of people have that take it and just run with it is that there are alternate universes, right? We have different universes. Now, this has actually been even proven by science lately, how there's alternate universes. We believe there's multiple planes, right? It's not just a Marvel like thing or a DC thing like that's popular right now, right? So every time that you think that you remember something that's not, there's a huge, I mean, we're talking about millions of people that have believed that it's because of alternate universes. There's people who think deja vu is a sign of alternate universes, and they touch on that like in the movie like The Matrix and stuff, right?
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah,
That's what
glitch.
I always think of, but yeah.
So these are glitches in the Matrix. To me, I just think we have, brains that move really fast. We take pop culture items. Especially nowadays, we're inundated with so many things. Our attention spans are so short now that you just grab things and then things happen. And then things like Never Been Kissed. Remember that movie with Drew Barrymore and her brother? They both pretend to be students in school. Well, he shows up to prom wearing the Risky Business outfit.
And he's got the glasses
He's wearing
on.
glasses.
Yeah.
So we see things like that and we go, oh yeah, that's Risky Business. So now we just put glasses on Tom Cruise in the movie when it didn't happen. So I did a fun one. For those who do not know, I am colorblind. I am blue-green colorblind. So I see some color, but that is why I'm a black and gray artist, right? So I picked a couple colorblind ones I think would be kind of fun to ask you guys about.
Oh, because we see color? Or
Yes.
do
Do
we?
we? Yeah, do we?
Or do you?
Let's see.
Or is it a Mandela effect?
Oh.
Ooh, stop it.
What is the real word again?
Mandela.
Della.
Nelson Mandela.
You know who he is, right?
It's Eliza
No.
Mandali.
That's what I was
Salvador Dali.
everyone's like basing this word off of some person I don't know about. So it's kind of interesting. Mandela.
Nelson Mandela.
Della.
Mandela.
He's kind of famous.
Ella.
Man.
Ella.
Della.
Okay. Tony the Tiger. You guys know who Tony the Tiger is?
Yeah.
He's
They're
great,
great.
right?
Right.
Right. What color is his nose? Black, right?
It's black.
Yeah.
Instantly black.
What if I told you it was blue?
You know what? You didn't give me a chance to answer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I think it's blue, honestly.
Okay. So you remember, but I remember it being
How
black.
the fuck would a tiger's
You would
nose
think
be
it
blue?
would be
Well,
black.
it used to be black way back in the day, but way before your time.
I made the duck blue because I always wanted to see a blue duck.
Weird, right?
Yeah, I don't like that
Yeah,
one.
because
That-
even his mom in commercials, the nose is blue. That's the tiger gene in that family, I guess.
his mom was in commercials.
He had a mom?
Yeah, Tony's got a mom.
No, he was just conjured by pencils.
It's like the Jesus of cereal.
Like they made a whole lore for him?
You guys all remember Happy Days, right?
Hey.
Sunday,
With the
Monday,
fawns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what color was his jacket?
Black.
Black leather jacket, right?
Brown.
It was brown.
It was brown.
Fozzie's jacket is brown. Check it out. Hey, brown.
It was brown.
Isn't that fucked
Who wears a
up?
brown leather jacket?
A
Fucking
lot
the
of
Fonz,
people,
man.
like,
Show some respect,
especially back
Josh.
in, if you think about it, back in
Son?
that
It was
time,
the
there was a
60s.
bunch of like fighter pilots, and they had like the brown jackets with the fur.
Is his a
if you
bomber
remember,
jacket or a
some-
biker jacket?
It was a biker jacket, and even some of the guys in Greece had brown jackets. A lot of people, I think, take Danny Zuko and Fonzie and kind of mold them in their brain and kind of go for it. Here's one I know I know you guys both know, but maybe you don't know at home.
Do I know it? I don't know. I'm questioning
sure you do.
myself.
I don't know
We
shit anymore.
We talk about horror movies, right?
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, right? What does he wear? What outfit does Freddy Krueger have?
Brown hat, red and green
No
sweater.
hat. No hat. He has no. Well, yeah,
Hold
he
on.
does. He does have a
He
hat.
has a fedora, right?
But his sweater and jeans and gloves.
What is a sweater?
It's supposed to be striped.
Striped what? Like what colors?
the color everyone chose is red and green.
I've always really found him creepier because he's wearing a Christmas sweater, and that trips me up.
I honestly think if you even wore red and blue, red and purple, like any dark color.
If it's a darker hue of that color,
Yeah,
I agree.
Especially because my brain goes to like the first Nightmare on Elm Street,
Sure.
and it was so dark.
It's dark and grungy, and it's the best.
And he was filthy.
Let's talk about some TV shows a little bit. We're going to bounce a little bit, and I have categories I want to get when I get to my phone. But I'm going through this crazy list I wrote out at dinner tonight. You guys know the Hi-Ho Silver, right?
Yeah.
And remember, like, okay, and I'm going to blame Jim Carrey real quick a couple times on today's episode. But in particular, I'm going to blame him on Ace Ventura Pet Detective 2, When Nature Calls.
I love that movie.
Remember when he's doing the shadow puppets on the dude?
Yeah.
Hi-Ho Silver, right?
Ooh.
Did you guys know it's not Hi-Ho Silver? It's actually Hi-Yo Silver.
That's
Hi-Yo Silver.
who?
Away.
Why hi-yo? Like, when
Yeah.
was this about? That doesn't
Dude,
make sense.
I mean, we're talking about a while ago, but we have people like Jim Carrey in our childhoods that was like Hi-Ho Silver and like the little things, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's Hi-Yo, which is jacked up because let's move to the Seven Dwarfs. Hi-Ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go. No, it's not.
What, they say hi-yo?
No, it's hi-ho, hi-ho. It's home from work we go. It's home from work we go. But
That
yet
is
we all
true.
go, it's off to work we go.
Because we're
Because I just did that to you.
robots.
Did you like that segue?
Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, because they
like,
get done.
They get
Yeah.
done, like they're singing
Yeah.
because they're happy to go home.
And he's like, hi-ho. And then,
but
you
like
know.
I guess maybe in a mass sense, we're taught to like go to work.
Oh, that blows my mind because I thought it was that. I thought it was programming. Like
It is
them,
programming.
Them telling us like, no,
It's
be
off
excited
to
to go
work,
to work.
we go.
Yeah.
Do.
No, I think it
do,
is.
do,
But
hi-ho.
reality is, the motherfuckers were excited to get home from work.
Dude,
like
yeah,
everybody
man.
else.
Which I don't know why, man. I like to play with shiny diamonds all day.
Dude,
Unless
I
I
would
get
be
that
in there.
clunky
You
one,
would
right?
have to like drag me out.
You were the grumpy one for sure. For sure.
I am, but I would love to be at work all day, like getting all them diamonds.
They check the pockets.
I want to talk about the possibility of Mandela effects that we don't realize are happening, but they're happening now. So I have this on my list, and this is kind of a darker one, but I want to go into it, and then I want to just go back to the fun stuff and end the podcast with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
On March 31st of 2023, there was a train derailment in Ohio. It was one of the largest chemical spills in our nation's history. East Palestine, Ohio. About a week later, Netflix came out with a movie called White Noise that was about a train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. And most of the people that were extras in that movie are from East Palestine, Ohio. And the movie's about a train derailment where there's a massive chemical leak and they all had to leave their homes, which is exactly what happened.
Oh,
It's really weird. And there's conspiracy theories all about this all the time, right?
This is a spiral I can go deep into.
Right. Which we will later. I just want to touch on this
was
because
like, oh,
I wanted
you
to bring it up.
opened a
Well, we will on that's more of a conspiracy episode. But what I want to talk about is that my conspiracy about the Mandela effects is like, is this not going to be one in 10 years, 20 years?
Oh, like
Remember
did
when-
it actually happen or was
There was
it
a movie that came out about
Yeah.
that. You guys are remembering something that didn't really happen. It seems like
It was a
propaganda at
movie.
its
Yeah,
finest.
that
Because that
actually-
was like not even national news everywhere at first. They were hiding things. There's fish dead in the river. And now there's been nothing. No updates. You don't go from all the animals dying within the radius of miles and people just randomly passing out to nothing. But the movie came out on Netflix. Check it out.
It's
White
propaganda
Noise.
playbook. Like
So,
it's-
but is that not them using propaganda to make the Mandela effect in the future? So I wanted to touch on that while we're on this because that's pretty freaking crazy.
it's like they did with this.
Thank you, Josh, for pointing out the new centerpiece. It's not quite exactly done yet, but if you guys notice, I have a new centerpiece here because I don't want to believe. I need to believe. So hashtag need to believe. Talk about multiple universes. Hey, guys. And that is actually a model that really did come from the 60s. And it's really eerily close to Bob Lazar's sketch
It is.
and model, which I really like it for.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, you even asked earlier when he came in, is that for those that aren't watching, we're pointing at the centerpiece that is a UFO on a farmland that looks very much like Indiana farmland.
And it's
got
like
a couple
traditional
cows.
flying saucer UFO.
Yeah. Yeah. I even spray painted it silver because it came in like this weird gray. You guys ever seen the movie Scary Movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys ever seen Scary Movie 2?
Yeah, oh yeah.
With my strong hand.
That's Scary Movie 2. That's
That's
not the
number
first one?
2. No, he's got a strong hand.
Okay.
And he takes it and he bastes it. Well, later on, the dude's hanging from the building. He's like, oh. And he's like,
Grab my strong hand.
give me my strong
take
hand,
my
right?
strong hand.
Take my strong hand. Never happened. He doesn't say, take my strong hand.
Here, oh, take my hand. Ah, come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No,
My
get
little
it away
hand.
from me.
Oh.
Yes, right by.
And he falls. He never
Unbelievable.
says, take my strong hand.
But
Isn't
it
that
was
crazy?
implied. It was
Unbelievable.
It was implied, but that's part of it because we quote, take my strong hand. No. And he's like looking at it's the same hand he was,
Yeah.
masturbating with potatoes with, right? So let's go back to Scary Movie 1. And he just says the line from M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's movie.
Shamalama ding dong.
Right? Sixth Sense, right?
Yeah.
Where the little boy that grew up to have a weird head that people say I look like. So, do you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people say I look like him.
Fuck, I never saw it till right now, and I'm never
You're
gonna unsee
welcome.
it.
So in the movie though, there's a
smooth.
huge, and I don't have this memory. I remember him saying, "I see dead people," because he's like, "Holy crap, we got to make some more of this," because they're getting high, right? A lot of people believe he says, "I see white people,"
What?
which would be hilarious.
That's in a different one.
No, it's not. It's in like 100 different other movies, but not Scary Movie where people believe it's from. Isn't that weird?
That's the
It's like in Soul
So
Train and
that's
stuff.
right?
the dude with the
Yeah, the one's like, first cops now this. He's got the pick in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne's Breath, the best one.
Yeah.
Shorty or
Marlon.
So
Smokey.
he doesn't
or,
say I see white people?
No, he says, I see dead people. Oh, you remember I see white people?
Yeah, if you're
Like, 'cause-
breaking it down onto a scene where he's
Yeah.
like, "What's up?" and,
Yeah,
like,
it's before when they're all smoking. He's all scared. He blows the smoke.
Yeah.
I see dead people. I see white people, which would be funny, but no, he didn't make a joke. He quoted the actual movie.
Whoa.
Okay, cool. So you're one of the few. I didn't have that one.
I didn't either. I remember dead people.
I remember
but-
dead people.
I remember white people.
Well, you should. Okay. Let's go. Candyman. We talked about horror movies. Weirdly enough, we brought up some of these today, which I was chuckling inside.
Yeah.
Candyman. You guys remember Candyman?
Oh yeah.
Actually, I got that little skull behind me that's signed by Tony Todd. Right? Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many times do you say Candyman in front of the mirror?
3.
3 times, right? Say Candyman
4.
3 times. 4? No, 4. You remember 4? Are you just trying to be different because we're
No.
doing a Mandela episode?
No, I'm not trying to be
So,
different.
okay, so you say Candyman 3 times.
I think it's
like Beetlejuice
Bloody
and
Mary.
Bloody Mary. It's actually 5.
5.
oh,
5.
No wonder I never saw it.
Candyman is 5 times.
I thought it was 4.
And most people think they changed it when they recently made the like remake / continuance of the whatever. But no, it's 5 times. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is Jackie's favorite horror movie of all time. Little Jack fact for you. Rosemary's Baby.
I hate this one.
She loves that movie. She brushes her
Fucking
teeth
hate
to it.
When I was pregnant, him and his mother were like, "You have to watch this movie. You have to fucking
We didn't
watch
quite
it."
sound it. We didn't sound
They
blah
did.
blah. We
They
didn't sound like
did.
that.
Like, oh
No,
my
I'm
God.
immediately frustrated. We were like, you need to watch this movie, Jackie.
Even worse.
Because you need to feel the demon inside your body.
And I was just like
Your body.
already annoyed and
With new.
fat, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Watch
Yeah.
this shitty movie."
He's got his
so I
father's
sat
eyes.
through it, and it was
He's
the
got
worst.
his father's little hoofy hands.
It was the worst.
make it
like,
real hard
It was
to
this
ski.
whole lead up to like the end of
I like
the
to
movie.
think that we were more like Blanche. Like, you got to watch it, Dorothy.
Pretty
Gotta
much.
watch it.
It was like that. It was like
I
that.
didn't find one Mandela effect about the Golden Girls. If you can find me one of these dudes about the Golden Girls, please type it down below. I would love
I want
to
one.
have one about
Yeah.
cheesecake or some shit. Okay, so in the movie, she's pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the movie, if you haven't watched it, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
From a 60-year-old movie.
From yeah, you've had time, motherfuckers. All right, so she's pregnant. She has the baby, and everyone's describing the baby, but there's a big group of people that remember seeing the baby.
You don't see the baby.
You don't see the baby, which is part of the beauty of the movie I love and why you hate the movie.
Which because like I
You
feel
don't
like
see the baby?
You don't see the baby.
I feel like the whole time.
Hold on, wait.
You
You
would-
remember seeing the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. You hear they all go, he's got his hands, and they're describing the baby the whole time.
It doesn't peek it?
No. But you remember seeing the baby?
Yeah.
Can you describe to me what you remember seeing?
No, I just
Because I remember
it
yellow
showing.
eyes and like a furry face.
I remember fur.
I called my mom. It's funny you brought her up saying, you guys need to watch this. Jackie, you need to, because I called mom. I'm like, you love this movie pathetically. Can you watch it? And she did. And I was like, and? She goes, no, you see Satan's face flash a little bit, which is her remembering as they're describing the father's eyes when she was, he took advantage earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
She remembers seeing the flash of it, but you don't ever see the baby.
Yeah,
but people on
never.
Reddit are losing their crap because they're like, I remember the baby. Oh, the baby had so many hands. Yeah. And it's like, all right, dude.
It's time for Jack's Facts.
So we may not have a Mandela effect for Golden Girls, but here's a little fun fact for you. The original theme song, Thank You for Being a Friend, was not supposed to be the actual theme song. The producer wanted Bette Midler's song Friends as the theme song, but it cost him too much, so he just went with Thank You for Being a Friend. Couldn't really imagine singing along to the other song, but you gotta have friends. Weird. Did you know that movie trailers used to play after the movies? Hence the name movie trailer, trailed after movie. Now we get movie previews, but we still call them movie trailers. I don't know. Here's a little fact for you that I find pretty hilarious. Samsung uses butt robots to test the durability of their phones because all of us, and you know you do, put your phone in your back pocket. So they have these butt robots sit on, test out the durability by sitting on the phone, like using their butts. But, and add a little fun fact, is that these butt robots wear jeans, to put in the pocket of the jean and sit on it. I think that's very cheeky and hilarious.
Those are really good Jack's Facts, Jackie.
Yeah.
Tasty tidbits of knowledge.
So good. You ever see the movie Jaws?
Oh, yeah.
Love Jaws, right?
Yeah.
You seen Jaws? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? You guys at home, have you seen Jaws? You know the shark in the water?
Dun-dun,
Right?
dun-dun.
You're going to need a bigger boat. Is that the line?
Yeah.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah, you're going to need a bigger boat.
Is that it?
That's when he sees
Or
the
is it
shark.
we're going to need a bigger boat? We're going to need a bigger boat. Or is it you're going to need a bigger boat?
We're going to need a bigger boat because he was on the boat with him.
I don't remember that line.
It's your. But a lot of people say we're because he's on the boat with him.
Yeah.
It's your. You're going to need a bigger boat.
Well,
He puts it on them. Because
He
it's not
said,
his
"Hey,
boat.
I'm going to
it
get out
makes
of here."
sense
Yeah.
that he would say
Yeah.
you.
But I'm always like, we're going to need a bigger boat. We're going to need a bigger vagina.
Oh, you do say that?
We're going to need a bigger vagina. So if I were to do Jaws, it's we're going to need a bigger boat. Okay?
The biggest.
The biggest boat.
The biggest.
So yeah, I thought that one was pretty crazy too. But being the fact that this is a music podcast ultimately, right? I want to do some music ones. You guys
Oh,
ready for
music
this?
ones?
I found some music ones.
These are going to piss me off.
Oh man, have you ever seen the show Friends?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I think everyone has.
Life's a
You know-
joke, you broke. Yeah, oh yeah.
Keep going.
Your
No.
love life's your way.
I'll be there for you. When the rain something.
Starts to fall.
It is not.
When the rain starts to pour, I'll be there for you.
I always thought it was fall. Like when we got to it, and I was like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, fall.
It's poor. When the rain starts to pour, I'll
'Cause fall
be
doesn't
there
sound
for
right.
you.
What's the next
Like I've
line?
been there before. For poor.
Pour, yeah.
Right?
Fuck. Yeah.
Dun, dun,
I always
dun,
heard
dun,
fall.
dun.
I heard fall.
I
So
honestly,
that one kind of got me a little bit.
I always heard when the rain starts to, and then I couldn't remember. But when you read like what the words were supposed to be, like they are or what people think, I was like, poor obviously is the right word.
Yeah, no, I always heard fall. So that one got me.
Pour makes way more sense.
And no, it does. It's more,
Fall sounds better. though.
poetically.
Fall flows better.
You guys ever heard of Metallica?
Oh, I like the shirts that they make.
Yeah. Oh, you're funny.
I know.
Kill 'em all. Master
Kill 'em
of
all?
Puppets.
So you remember Ride the Lightning we just talked about, right?
Yes.
That's also a good one too, like
Yeah,
Fade to Black.
Great. I love Fade to Black. My favorite song.
Can you, is it your favorite song?
Mm-hmm.
Can you sing me the first words? It's your favorite song, Josh.
Hold on.
Papa Hef would be proud. So a lot of people say that it sounds like life seems to fade away, right? But it's not. It's life, it seems, will fade away. Life, it seems, will fade away.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
It was a smaller one, but I thought it was cool. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's my favorite song. Nothing.
You
Welcome
go
to the podcast.
straight blank.
Dude, I have that all the time on this. I'm like,
Straight up
what
blank.
were we just talking about? You guys know the arithmetics, right?
Yeah.
Sweet dreams.
Wait. Sweet,
Sweet-
dreams are made of.
I love how you're singing on this podcast. It's great.
Put an album
No,
together
it's awesome.
from it.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna make little sound bites, put them on my album.
Please don't. I
Hell
hate
yeah.
it.
That's
So
a Marilyn Manson
can,
song.
can you? Okay, fine. Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, that's what I was.
A lot of people are really mad at you right now,
just
Josh.
Said, you just said
You're the
sweet
fact
dreams, and
checker here,
that's-
bro.
It'd
That's
be
what
like
I was
that.
singing with
Okay.
Marilyn.
Can you guys both? Can you sing what you think it is? Sweet dreams.
Made of these.
Made of this? Who am I to disagree?
Man, Jackie wins again. It's made of this.
You really do know the
Yeah,
arithmetics.
sweet
I don't
dreams
know
are made of
anything, I
this.
promise.
Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Here's my thing.
These.
This doesn't even rhyme.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
Well,
What?
because why? If the
It's
next
sweet
line,
dreams are made of these.
the next line, who am I to disagree?
Who am I to disagree? These agree. See the
So-
writer thing we're talking about, the pour and the fall?
No, like it's see.
No, I
if
get what
you
you're
say-
saying, but there's no is.
Why would you do one
not-
line with nothing?
You're,
not
saying
rhyming anything
sweet
with
dreams
this.
are made of this, so who am I to disagree? But sweet
Okay,
dreams
I'm-
are made of these.
I love how you
like
just keep
these
saying
what?
it like this, but what you're talking about is you're like advocating bad rhyming. Clearly,
It
what
just
it is
makes
that
more
this-
sense.
oh my god, no, it makes no sense. This one jacks me up because
I
I'm
think
like,
it makes
screw
sense.
that.
Poll down below. Which one makes
Pancakes
more
or
sense?
waffles? Pull down below, pancakes or waffles.
Sweet
The
dreams are
Mandela
made of
effect is that
this
some of
or
you
these?
think it's pancakes.
Your emphasis on these.
Yeah.
This
Or these?
These. Yeah. Let's go back to the bands from the 70s.
Okay.
You know, like the Carpenters, the Eagles, the Ramones, the Bee Gees, right?
Oh yeah.
What if I told you there was no "the" on any of their names?
Yeah.
It's not the Eagles, it's Eagles. It's not the Bee Gees. I remember looking at albums seeing the.
For Bee Gees for sure.
It's not, it's just Bee Gees. It's
Yeah.
not the Carpenters, it's Carpenters.
Well, when you're
Does that even work?
explaining,
This one pisses me off because the Eagles, it's the Eagles. It's
actually,
Eagles.
when you do say you
That's-
like
that pisses
you like
me off.
the Eagles, you
Eagles-
wouldn't say I like Eagles because then you would.
My
think
favorite band
birds.
is Eagles. My favorite band is the Eagles. Or like if it was the Doors, if it was just Doors.
by Eagles.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
By Eagles.
just
It's not
doesn't
by the Eagles. It's by, yeah. And then let's go Dark Side
But
of
when
the
I do think of Eagles, I picture the album and I don't see the.
Yeah, same.
But for-
But like
for
Bee Gees, I do.
see
and the Carpenters, I do.
Yeah.
The Carpenters. I
And
can
the
see that.
Ramones.
The Ramones.
the
It's Ramones.
No.
It's Ramon.
Come
it's
on.
no Ramones. Weird, right?
That's
And then
no.
let's go Pink Floyd. Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Is it the Dark Side of the Moon or just Dark Side of the Moon?
I would think
I think it's
Dark Side.
It is just Dark Side, but a
Okay.
lot of people think it's the Dark Side.
I was gonna be pissed if I didn't know that one. I
Yeah.
love that band.
So you guys know the beautiful Joan Jett?
Joan Jett.
I had such a crush on her when I was a kid. Little side note. Joan Jett was
I
awesome.
didn't, but she is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's still pretty.
Yeah.
So Joan Jett. So you know the I saw him standing there by the record machine. I love rock and roll. Saw him standing there by the record machine, right?
I knew he had to be about 17.
Right. That's the weird, right? I saw him standing there. It's actually dancing.
Oh,
I saw him dancing there by the record machine.
wait.
Oh,
Isn't that weird?
that feels wrong.
But it's, yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
could
dancing.
hear it. I could hear it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Playing
like
it.
if I
I'm
were to
playing it.
sing it on my own, I would say Saw.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's go. One of the best dudes of all time, Mr. Freddie Mercury. Shout out. This one's pretty crazy. So you know the "We Are the Champions,"
Of the world.
but he doesn't say "of the world." Of the world is not in the lyric. Now he does do it at the live Wembley show, but that's it.
Was
On
that
the
really
album,
that- was that
it's never
popular?
of the world.
Huh.
In
Well,
the alternate
maybe they
universe I
probably-
used to live in, it
Are
was
you
there.
sure they
Boom.
don't play that like on
No.
the radio, that version?
No, they play the. From what I gather, every time I hear it, it's a studio recording,
Hmm.
and it's not on the studio recording.
I have been
crazy.
caught like doing that and it's not there.
Oh yeah,
like listening to it.
I
and
do
then
it,
you
and I'm like,
that. Yeah.
"What the hell, DJ? You cut off the best part." I yell
Yeah.
at him every time. Joke's on me. The best part was live, which was Freddie's. Honestly, it just
I
goes
love
to
the
his
guitar
genius.
in that song too. So I used to listen to it a lot, trying to learn that, and yeah, it was always of the world at the end.
Yeah.
every time.
But that's
Every
not. So Smokey the Bear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just Smokey Bear. There's no the. Check it out, Smokey Bear. Isn't that crazy? Smokey Bear. Now that just seems like something that someone in California would come up with.
Yep. Smokey Bear is something
Smokey
completely
Bear,
different.
bruh. You have Smokey the Bear and he cares. But Smokey Bear, he don't care at all.
Smokey Bear used to sell me 8s
Dude,
for $30.
hell yeah,
I remember
man.
him.
That
Yeah.
furry bastard.
Yeah.
Double stuff Oreos. Oh man, don't you love that? Double stuff?
Doubled stuff.
No, yeah, double stuff. Or do you remember?
Big fat boys.
Yeah.
Doubled.
It's double stuff. Do you remember there being 2 F's or 1 F on stuff? Double stuff.
2.
Just 1 F.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's double, not doubled. Check it out.
it's not doubled stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, for
That
those who
actually
are just
makes sense,
listening,
though.
I recommend highly watch this episode because I've been putting crap up and we'll continue to put all these products up. Everything we're saying, I'm putting up on the screen.
And
right
we're
now.
getting free double stuff Oreos from this plug.
I
right?
wish, bro.
Right?
Yeah, not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Yet.
Cheese It or Cheese Its?
Cheese it.
Cheez-Its.
It's cheese it.
Cheese It.
You be asking for a Cheez-It?
There's no
I'm
Z.
going to give you one Cheez-It.
There's no Z. You remember
'Cause
that Cheese It?
Their whole
Yeah.
advertisement.
Double
is
the
that
Z,
they-
double the
they're-
flavor?
They pack so much in just one that
Yeah,
it's
Cheese
like,
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So Fruit of the Loom. Do you guys remember the cornucopia on that thing?
I do.
This one's very popular. I'm sure you guys have
What
heard
do you
about
mean
this.
cornucopia? Like the
The-
corn cob?
No, the
logo?
little wooden, the little
Thanksgiving centerpiece.
Yeah, the cornucopia. It's like
okay.
it's like a horn.
Yeah.
Remember?
corn.
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Remember
yeah.
seeing that on the underwear? This is really popular because I remember, like, I had the little alligator on my shirt, a little cornucopia on my underwear, brah. I was
I
like
only-
5 years old, strolling my thing.
I don't really ever remember seeing a logo for
This
the,
one's, I think,
Yeah, it's probably
it's
more
more
of
of
a
a
dude
boy
thing.
thing. Yeah,
I bought the shirts and the
but
socks and
but Fruit of the Loom, like, this is a very popular.
Because you would
one.
see the tag when you put your undies on.
Yeah, dude. You see, make sure you're not putting it on backwards. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's how you check.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to be face cornucopiaing in that. No cornucopia next to your cornucopia. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I mean, that makes
cornucopia goes
sense.
next to the place you put your fruit.
Berries and yeah.
Yeah, your berries.
I
How
don't-
the hell did you get the beans above the
I remember seeing like an apple,
No, there's a pile of fruit, but does it have a cornucopia?
Wait, is there an apple?
Yes. There's an apple, there's grapes, there's some green shit,
Okay.
and there's other grapes and yellow grapes. I don't know, man. Fruit of the
Wait.
Loom be going crazy. This is the actual logo,
So that looks wrong.
and this is a logo that
That's the
doesn't
one.
exist. I remember seeing the cornucopia.
mean,
Maybe our parents got us knockoff Fruit of the Looms at
You know
Dollar
what?
General.
that could have been a thing.
The hyphen and Kit Kat. Is there a hyphen? Is there no hyphen?
Fuck, we should have
It's
done
a
this
dash.
like charades where we
It's
got to
the-
draw it out.
Right?
It's that line, like a minus symbol, right?
Yeah.
That's called a hyphen, sweetheart. Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Yeah. So is there a hyphen or is there no hyphen?
Wait, no, there's not. It's just two big
Kit
capital
Kat.
Ks.
Yep.
There's a hyphen.
There's no hyphen.
There was a hyphen.
Nope.
I'm
Never has been, never will be, never has been.
Listen,
It's just an extra, two extra large Ks to really separate the
Yes.
word kit and
Kit
cat.
Kat.
was there ever a hyphen? And
No.
it's just not now?
No.
There's a goddamn
This
hyphen.
ain't no Tony Tiger thing with the black nose.
Was his nose black once?
Yeah,
It was?
I said
Okay,
that.
That's what I thought.
Man, do you even listen to this
It,
podcast?
it was originally blue. Apparently, it was originally blue.
No, it was black. It's blue now. Man, you don't listen to podcasts.
Weird
either.
change. Weird
Whoa,
change.
I swear you said it was blue.
Probably
and
because they
his
were like,
mom's
man, like,
was blue.
That was a
like-
Mandela
Like
effect.
Tigger has a black nose, right? No, his nose is yeah, it's black on Winnie the Pooh. And then you've got all the other tigers have black noses, so they're like, we need to have Tony stand apart because he's great.
With a
Blue nose. Yeah.
Oh
Sorry.
my god!
So let's go Monopoly. Or did you get confused
That's-
again about the
I
blue
think
nose?
you confused
This
me.
is why Mandela effects happen.
Yeah,
Even
'cause
when we
it-
know, we don't know.
It's a telephone game, bro.
It is.
All right, the Monopoly guy. Monocle or no monocle?
Monocle all day.
Did he have a little monocle, Jackie?
I know this one because
But what do you remember?
I remember from Ace Ventura. He did
Boom.
the monocle.
Let's blame Jim
so-
Carrey
Again.
again. I blame Jim Carrey for at least 2 on this list and probably the rest of them for the rest of our lives. Why? Because why not? He's so
He's
enlightened
like-
right now. Let's blame him for
playing
something.
the blue
He
nuts
knocks
too.
out the ball dude with the monocle.
Yeah.
He's like, do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Oh, look, it's the Monopoly guy. And he throws him on his shoulder. La-da-da.
Yeah.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
It's like the squeezing of the butt cheeks.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to go look at our
You had a
Monopoly
mustache, right?
boards.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
You're like, my whole
Now,
life
I
is
must
in
ask-
question.
Now, I must ask you this question. Is it Fruit Loops, as in fruit, as you see here, Fruit, or is it Froot? Kellogg's Fruit Loops.
Based on your
Fruits?
explanation,
Loops?
it's
Or Fruit Loops.
two O's because to show off their
The
cereal.
cereal, yeah.
Yeah, and also, it's not fruit. So it'd probably be really ill-advised to actually promote fruit. It's kind of like that fake cheese when you have that cheese where it doesn't say cheese at all. It says singles, and you're like, oh yeah, because it's cheap, like dollar store cheese. And shout out to dollar store cheeses. It's not cheese, people. You can't even burn that crap. So they can't put cheese on the packaging. Go to Taco Bell. You won't find food anywhere. They call it fourth meal for legal reasons. So it's Fruit Loops, Froot. That's not mine. That's a joke. I'm bringing that back out. That's Chris Porter. I'm not that funny. Okay, Oscar Mayer. Is it Meyer or Mayer?
Mayer.
My baloney has a first name. It's OSC.
It's Mayer, like Mayer.
It's Meyer.
So you say E?
Yeah, dude, I'm
There's
old.
even a song about it, bro.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Can you sing the song for me?
My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR. My baloney has a second name. It's Meyer.
Cool. So you got the song wrong because it is Mayer.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not John Mayer's.
Yes, it is.
baloney.
Yep. So every time you eat Oscar, you're eating John Mayer.
Mayer.
Oscar John Mayer. Isn't that
He's-
wild?
He's a whore, so
Man,
you're gonna get something.
you better get in that weenie mobile and ride, son. All right, here's a fun one.
These are all fun for
This
me. I'm having a
carpet
great
smells
time.
like crap. We should spray it with some Febreze.
Oh,
Febreze.
I know this.
Is it Febreze or is it Frbreze? Two E's in it, like Febreze as the breeze, or Febreze?
Two E's.
Yeah.
Easy
Wait.
breezy, Febreze.
Like-
No one.
I was gonna say here,
BREs.
here, look, this is Febreze, right? Or is this Febreze?
Yeah.
Number one,
Yeah.
one.
number
yeah.
two,
Number one.
number one, number two, or this is all a Mandela effect, and you're just gonna be tomorrow. You're gonna be like, we had a podcast.
Probably. I blacked out the whole time.
So Febreze,
Someone
it's
took over my-
Febreze.
yeah.
Isn't that wild? It doesn't even sound like Febreze. You're just trying to church it up.
For breeze, not bees.
All right, here's a good one. Is it Jif peanut butter or Jiffy?
I know this one.
Go ahead,
Jif. It's fucking Jif.
Jackie.
I know it's Jif too, but I always thought it was Jiffy or whatever.
It is Jif, the peanut butter, because real moms choose Jif.
Yeah.
But you go to Jiffy Lube, and I
do-
think real moms would like lube too.
Like, even though the Mandela Effect where it's like Jif or Jeffy, I always said Jif, but where my brain mixed it up is where it was spelled like it is Jiffy, but it would still sound like Jif.
Because I think also there's Skippy peanut butter,
yeah.
and Skippy's next to Jif. So we just go the first letter J, the last letter Y, Jiffy. And then I think of Joffrey, and then I hate it. Yeah, that's true. That's a little Game of Thrones throwback to you. Hey, speaking of TV, let's go TV land for a minute.
yeah.
All right. You guys know the Star Trek show, you know, with the V for Vader,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
right? And he's
V
always,
for Vader.
beam me up, Scotty, right? Beam me up, Scotty,
Yes.
right? Even Dr. Evil
Captain
says
Kirk.
it, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't ever say beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, everyone quotes that.
Yeah, everyone quotes it, but it's never ever talked about.
Is it
No,
Scotty?
It's
that
never
has
said.
never been beam me up nothing.
It's Scotty, beam us up. Scotty, beam us up. We must get out of here. It's never Scotty, beam me up. It's Scotty, beam us up. Weird, right?
Yeah. That seems,
Beam me up, Scotty. That just sounds so right.
That's probably why we corrected it because it sounded dumb.
Yeah, right?
we fixed that one.
And
We
you
just
know,
fixed
welcome.
it.
Speaking of dumb
we
shit,
fixed it.
All the
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Okay.
Is that what she says?
yeah. We're not. in
No,
Kansas
we're
anymore.
not in Kansas anymore.
So can you say the actual line you remember? Toto.
Oh, you know don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
It's not.
Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. It just rolls off the tongue, right?
But it's
House
we're
on
not
my
in
sister.
Kansas anymore.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh.
So we all wrong.
Whoa, even the two.
Yeah,
that
dude.
it
And
sounded
by the
like-
way, that's not someone hanging in the background. That's also been debunked. There's a big rumor about that movie that's a Mandela ghost effect. I don't know if that really falls in this
I
category.
think it does.
But let's talk
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
got
yeah.
to.
There's no one who committed suicide on the screen of that movie. That's an oil drill in the background. Here's a little fun fact for you. A little FF.
Or you're a sucker and you believe it.
Probably. And this is an alternate universe, which this podcast doesn't exist anyway. Or it does exist and it's popular. Listen, I make jokes all the time. Like, oh, look, when I see some of you guys in public, you're like, I love your podcast. I'm like, so you're the one watching. That's always my joke, right? I do want to say that I make jokes and I'm not trying to be offensive when I say these jokes. I'm making jokes because if you build it, they will come, right? I mean, truly, I believe that we're doing this and this is fun. I'm going to keep doing this, whether anyone watches it or not. But it is a lot. It is a lot of, we do get a lot of enjoyment, if you will, by you guys actually watching the podcast and being a part of it. Because I truly believe if you build it, they will come. Did they say that on that movie?
What movie?
Field of
Field
Dreams?
of Dreams.
If you build it, they will come, right?
Yeah, it was like chanted to him.
Yeah, right? Jackie?
I don't know that movie.
Kevin Costner?
I know.
If you build it.
It's
Yeah,
the baseball field and all that stuff in the cornfield.
Yeah, homeboy was out
Because
there
it's
looking at
not.
the
It's if you
cornfield.
build it, he will come.
He who?
It's his dad, remember? The whole movie's about his dad. And if you build it, he will come.
I mean,
And that's what she said. So,
I get where that got mixed up.
but also, did you guys also like that segue? Because I really do appreciate you guys watching the podcast. But, you know,
that was pretty good.
That was a nice
How
one.
long were
thanks.
you? Did you have this one that planned?
I didn't actually.
That was on the fucking fly.
It is on the fly.
Whoa.
Dude, I know you two know me so well that doesn't happen. That's like a unicorn. And guess what? Tomorrow, we're not going to remember it happened.
I firmly believe you have like your dad jokes for the week planned out
I don't,
at
man.
home.
I swear, when you have a child, and
He
you know
was
this,
programmed
Yeah.
at birth
you
with
just,
them.
it's like,
they do
swear.
come to
you just go like
now.
this. It's like, you know, the Matrix
Yeah.
when you like, he gets downloaded with martial arts. As soon as Christian was in the born, I was like,
I know kung fu.
right. And then when Nora was born, they're like, and here's the other one. You ever thought about learning whatever the hell Morpheus says?
Yeah.
Yes. You have 2 kids, it's like double the dad joke. And this, in fact, is a dad joke. I speak fluent sarcasm.
I don't think so.
I do too.
I think I got you
And
beat.
I know you, just because you speak it better,
Yeah.
okay, it doesn't mean that.
That's her first language.
Yeah, okay.
Be
I
fluent.
said fluent. My first language is English. That's the understood one. I'm
Okay,
speaking English, so I don't have to, I'm sorry, should I have to say English? I speak English, that's number 1. Number 2, fluent sarcasm.
Okay.
Number 3, movie quotes. I can talk in movie quotes all day long
That is
and
true.
do really
And
bad
does.
impressions. All right, baby. And number 4, and I don't know why I'm counting like a Ninja Turtle. See that? Number 4, I speak fluent dad. But what I don't speak is Spanish. I don't speak Spanish at all. Because, you know, Ricky Ricardo used to all the time on I Love Lucy. And he would say, Lucy, you got some splaining to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we quote it all the time. Lucy, you got some splaining to do. And she'd make that face, right? Except he never said
what's
it.
the face? It was splaining to do. Yeah.
He never said it.
No.
You better splain this to me. He said splain a lot, but he never said the line, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Never happened. Oh, doesn't that one get you?
That
So
broke
you
my
got some
brain.
splaining to do. I Love Lucy, because that one broke my brain. But you know what? Who has said it?
I
Every
feel
single
it.
pop culture thing ever since. And that's why I think things like this one are so prominent. Like
Yeah.
I remember watching Rocko's Modern Life when I was a kid. And you know the little fleas that lived on Spunky? They'd like come in, you got some splaining to do. Like
Yes.
everyone said it, but it never actually happened.
I picture him doing it though.
I know. We all do. It's weird. Let's go Lord of the Rings for a minute. I know we're kind of moving away from
Oh.
TV for a second, but this one kind of got me too.
Still on the television.
It is. It's
on
on.
your
It's on
TV
the
screen.
television, right?
Yeah.
Telly.
The telly. It's called the telly, baby, right? So before Gandalf falls, he says, "What?
Run, you fools.
Go, you fools.
Do you think run, you fools? Run, you fools. And he falls, right?
Let's go, you fools.
Go, you fools. What if I told you guys you're both wrong?
Oh,
it says fly, you fools.
Oh, it is fly.
Fly, you fools.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know that until I put on subtitles because I never understood what he said. One of the best actors of all time, but that diction in that
It's
particular
rough.
moment was it's like he just got done fighting a demon or something.
Yeah. I knew it
Definitely
wasn't
heard
run.
fools,
I knew
but-
Yeah.
it wasn't run, and I know that was like the one.
I always
that
thought it was
everyone
run.
Thought it
Run,
was, and I'm like, no, you
It's
don't hear.
fly.
A r. It's like a.
Which to me, let's be weird for a minute, okay? Talking about movies where everyone just walks, and then he says run. I mean, to quote the Clerks movie, because I speak that language,
All the trees just.
even
fall.
the trees fucking walk in those movies, right? But the eagles flew, and that's who saved Frodo. So that motherfucker got saved from the top of the two towers by like whispering to eagles and stuff, right? And he said
My
fly.
question-
So from the beginning, Gandalf was like, fucking fly, Frodo, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
I'm dying here. Stop walking, you slow ass little fucking hairy footed freak. Fly.
My
you
thing
fools.
is,
Filthy hobbits.
No, I'm just saying, are you going to really sidestep me sitting here saying that
No.
Gandalf was like, oh, the dumbest part of that movie? I'm going to rant. Let me soapbox for 2 minutes about the stupid movie. And
That
I hope
movie's
my
not
friends-
stupid, though.
Oh,
It
shut
is.
up.
You
All three of
check
those movies
yourself.
are garbage.
What?
Team Harry Potter. All right, listen.
You can have both.
I can have both, but I prefer just one, and that's the Potter. That's what she said.
I have so many complaints about Lord of the
Listen,
Rings.
my number one complaint about, but two number one complaints about that movie are, one, Legolas. His lines in the second movie, camera pans, it's all beautiful. Peter Jackson's like, oh, God, yeah, we're going to go up to Legolas and have Legolas say his line. And then Legolas is like, red dawn by the morning comes the wind blue. And then it pans away, right? And you're like, oh. And then they're running, and you see the little troll dude like skipping on. And then all of a sudden the camera goes back to Legolas. I smell the wind and somebody farted. And then like it just goes away. I'm like, what? Can you just have him naturally just say crap? Why do you have to have, he stops and Orlando Bloom's out and then says his bullshit line. I'm like, you were bad in this movie and you're bad in Troy and I hate you.
He was bad in Troy.
Oh my God, the worst Paris ever. Second number one complaint about those movies, other than they just are drawn out. I know I've got a lot of hate. People have turned out the podcast by now, but we have a couple of Mandela Effects, so please stick around. Is when they're like, Gandalf? Gandalf. I used to be called Gandalf the Grey. Now I'm Gandalf the White. Motherfucker, you're one color away from being the same thing you were just called. Identify as whatever you want to identify as, Gandalf, but don't act like you don't understand when we say Gandalf. Gandalf. What a weird name. It's a name, you fools. Like, ugh.
Can I,
Anyway.
before you?
Oh,
'cause
yeah, please
you
do.
were-
Soapbox, I'm off. You could let me kick it over to you.
My soapbox beats your whole two soapboxes.
We'll clean it up, baby. Use that soap and let's
Is-
clean off the dirt.
It went with the whole like fly, you fools, and your whole eagle rant. If he had these eagles to begin with, why not just fly Frodo to the?
Is that
fucking-
not literally what I just said? I
You did
swear to
not.
God,
You
you're not
did
listening
not.
to this podcast.
You did
Oh,
not.
I love this because I just want to say real quick, Josh. Did I not say that?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't say
Hold
that
on.
he could just
Can you
take
let the man
Frodo
speak?
to the
He's our
mountain
guest,
and-
and you're being very rude. Josh, did I say it?
Yes.
Josh,
I'm sorry. I'm
the-
sorry.
From the beginning, Gandalf was like, fucking fly, Frodo, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
I'm dying here. Stop walking, you slow ass little fucking hairy footed freak. Woohoo!
I like it.
All right, let's get back to the Mandela effects. Flintstones. Is it Flint stones or Flintstones? So you looking at the screen right now, you can make your decision. Is it this spelling? Flinstones. Or is it Flintstones?
That's too many T's.
So you think it's this one?
Yeah. That looks right.
Flintstones?
It's not that. It's that one.
It is the second one.
Did it look like
Flint
that with both of them all
stones.
big like that?
Because it's Flint stones. So there's a T. Yeah. This is the logo.
That's the real
Because-
logo?
Yes, it is.
Cool, that don't seem right.
This is my little thought on that. The pearl necklace, the TTs on her tatas.
That's how you remember it?
I mean,
Wow.
he like
We had different childhoods.
Pikachu's tail. You know Pikachu from that Pokemon?
I hate Pokemon.
Yeah, got it.
Was it black or was it just yellow? Did he have a black tip on his tail or did he have no black tip on his tail?
Oh, fuck. Everyone does the black
Was it
tip.
like this?
Let me see. Okay.
Or was it like this?
Like that.
Tip or no tip?
No tip.
That's what she said.
Just the tip.
You think it has a black tip?
Just for a second.
No black tip. He had no black tip, but I remember black tip too.
I don't remember much of Pikachu.
I know everyone
so
does it
No,
that
it's
way.
fine. I wasn't a big Pokemon.
Yeah, I never got into it.
Collect
so.
them all.
That one-
Pokemon.
But wait.
Is it Pokemon
Where
or Pokemon?
I'm confused.
Mandela Effect number 2.
The
Which one is
movie, the
I
live
think
action.
A. Shelby would know. Is it Pokemon? Let's call Shelby real
I
quick.
think it is Poke.
Yeah, it's Pokemon.
Not Pokemon.
Is it
No.
Pokemon? Because that's how I'm going to remember
That's
it
how
from now
I
on.
say it. That's how I always say
Is
it. Like
it?
Pokemon,
Okay.
but it's Pokemon.
You know what? Let's get our friend Shelby on the phone here. Explain to us which one it actually is. Is it Pokemon or Pokemon?
Hey, dude.
Hey, we're on the podcast right now, and we want to know
Oh,
if it is it Pokemon or Pokemon.
it's Pokemon.
Well, can you say that a little slower?
Pokemon.
Pokemon,
Pokemon.
like
Gotta
Pokemon.
catch 'em all. Pokemon.
Damn, we got a song.
Hey, do you remember Pikachu's tail? Was it? Did it have a black tip or a yellow tip?
Just the tip. I don't know.
That scared me. do you not remember his tip?
How could
I
you?
think it was
forget?
black.
No, he actually didn't. It was a yellow tip.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Where was the black?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Held down by the white man.
Yeah,
as always.
I don't know who created that cartoon, but you should really take that up with them.
I think it came up
Oh,
later.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, thanks, friend.
Hey, no problem. Glad I could help.
Yep.
Okay.
We've
see
got
ya.
mail. Okay,
Phone a
so
friend.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
So cool. Now we know. Let's go to the Curious George. Did Curious George even have a tail?
No.
I remember him having a tail. I don't know why.
But he
I
didn't.
do.
He did not have a tail. Weird. I mean, most of these, like I said,
He's
we
a
know.
monkey. He should have a tail, but he didn't.
Mickey Mouse. Did Mickey Mouse have a tail?
No. Ooh. No. No.
Mickey Mouse
Yes,
doesn't have a
Mickey
tail?
Mouse has a tail.
He does have a tail.
He has a tail.
It's like super tiny baby tail.
Nope, it's a long whippy tail.
It's thin as fuck.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Jackie didn't get one. And it's about Disney.
How does it fit in his shorts?
It sticks out. That's why I remember. Like you can always
It's,
see it.
yeah, it's
popped
a
out of
long.
his-
Oh.
Yeah.
What about
Weird.
Minnie? Does she have
Iris-
a tail?
Yeah,
Probably.
She
I don't know.
does.
I didn't look up her skirt to find out.
she got a fat tail, a thick.
Here's the one. Here's the one that gets everybody. Now, Bearstein or Bearstein bears?
Berenstein.
Jesus.
Stein.
Yeah, is it Stein bears or is it Stain bears?
I don't know the
Stein?
spelling.
There's
Stein
no stains on
or
those
Stain?
bears.
There's no stain.
So it's Stein, right?
Berenstein.
Well, you guys are both wrong. It's Bearstain. Stain.
I refuse.
It's the Bearstain
I
bears.
refuse.
Stein. Bearstein bears.
Okay. Congratulations. You guys are fully fooled by the Mandela Effect. No, but for real, it's Bearstain. Not weird?
That's
I
stupid.
remember vividly, and people have posted all kinds of stuff. This was the biggest one that goes back and forth with
Yeah.
everyone. Because people are like, I remember.
That's the first one I heard that ever pissed me
What
off.
is
Yeah.
'Cause I
a
was like, I had book club just like everybody else's Berenstein Bears.
Right.
Come on.
what's a bear stain though?
Well, that's the Charmin Bears. They handled that one. Okay.
Is that how we got the toilet paper brand?
Okay, so Looney Tunes, is it tunes as in I've got a new tune, or is it tune as in Toons?
2 O's.
2 O's.
It's not. It's
What?
tunes as a song. Tunes. Looney
Don't listen
Tunes.
to me, Josh.
No, but
No, he's not.
Okay.
These are
it's
popular
the
ones,
tunes.
but I remember seeing Toons, like Fruit Loops. We're back to that OO thing.
It would make more sense.
It
for
would,
to be
but
tune,
it's
like-
songs because it had melody times and Looney Tunes.
what
Weird,
was
right?
the Tiny Toons? Wasn't that a spinoff?
Yeah, but
cartoon
I
in
don't
the
know.
90s?
But I don't know if
yeah,
if it
Tiny
had,
Toons when they were
Was
But I don't know if it
younger.
had
Yeah.
2 O's. I don't remember.
It
You know what?
probably
Let's
was
fact
the
check.
same. We're wacky, we're loony.
Tiny
we're
Toon.
a little-
It's just there's no S. It's Tiny Toon. That's a Mandela right there too. What a weird one to bring up.
Is there only one?
Yeah, Tiny Toon Adventures.
What?
It's
Instead of
not tunes.
It's
tune,
But it's two
but it
O's?
is two O's. So that could be right there where the
Fucking
Mandela is.
rope and dopers.
But there's no
See?
S on it. It's not Tiny Toons. It's Tiny
Interesting.
Toon Adventures.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would have got that one wrong too. Nice. You guys remember when Neil Armstrong died?
No.
Yeah, nobody does. Weirdly enough, nobody remembers him passing in 2012. This is the first man to ever walk on the moon, and nobody even like knows or cares that he's dead. Isn't that wild? We're like, Buzz Aldrin has the
That's
cool alien.
sad.
Well, it is sad, but also we know he's a liar because aliens are up there. This guy.
Oh, speaking of passings, let's say a little. Let's have a little moment of silence
Let's
for
have a
our
moment of
man,
silence.
Jerry Springer, who died today, which is, what day is it?
Well, I mean,
April 26th,
yes.
April 26th,
2023.
2023.
The day Trash TV died.
Can we have a moment of silence, please? For real. All right. This man's responsible for TLC, Steve Wilkos, My Life. Okay. I love it. Okay.
It was sad.
Listen, these final thoughts I've got about this guy. All right, what? What?
No, you do the final thoughts.
What did I?
Do
What,
the
no.
final thoughts.
No, man.
Too
Just
soon.
take care of yourself.
Too
all right.
soon.
What is it? What is the sign off?
Take care of yourself and each other.
Right. And this is how you treat me? He'd be disappointed.
He would have loved it.
You guys remember
He
Sally
loves the
Field?
drama. That's Forrest Gump's mom. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Or is it life is like a box of chocolates?
Wait, you said say it
Life is like a box of chocolates? Or is it life is a box of chocolates?
again? Well, if you're asking, I'm going to say that it is a box of chocolates.
If you quote the movie, what are you going to say?
No,
Life is like,
it's
but
not. Sally Field never said that. She said, life is a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're going to get. But Sally Field also said that you like me, right? You really like me, right?
Yeah.
Remember when she
that was
said
her
that?
acceptance
It's
speech.
like a
yeah.
super famous speech.
Yeah.
And even Jim Carrey. Oh yeah, I said it again. That fucking beautiful teeth motherfucker in The Mask. You love me. You really love me, right? He does that
Yeah.
thing right here, right? Nope, she never says that. She goes, I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me. That one jacked me up too.
That's-
because I've quoted forever every time I won a tattoo award or something. You love me.
Yeah.
Or you like me. You really like me, right? No, she never said it.
That's like a classic that doesn't exist.
Right. It's crazy. It's kind of like another classic that doesn't exist. Is it Magic Mirror on the Wall? Or is it Mirror Mirror on
mirror,
the
mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the
Mirror,
wall.
mirror
Who's the
on the
fairest
wall?
Of them all?
It's actually Magic Mirror on the Wall. It is not Mirror Mirror on the Wall. Now that's been ruined by pop culture by other ones, but in the actual original Snow White and Seven Dwarfs,
Yeah.
it's Magic Mirror on the Wall. But I know that Shrek has messed that up.
Yep.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. You know? Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
Oh,
But I do remember Eva Queen and Snow White saying magic mirror.
It is magic mirror,
how
not
else would
mirror,
we
mirror.
know that it was magic?
Right.
That makes me wonder, did Shrek mess that up on purpose? Because that's a Disney.
No, I'm sure. They
They
'cause-
probably had to, yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do. And that actually, let's bring that up. That may be why some of these are Mandela effects as well, is
Yeah.
because of copyright situations. So
Word.
they kind of change them a little bit. But then you have ones like we talked about earlier about Scary Movie where he literally says, I see dead people. And people think it says, like you did,
Yeah.
I see white people. What about the famous Star Wars? You have a Star Wars one, right? Mm-hmm. What's yours?
If I asked you to draw C-3PO right now, what color is he?
Gold,
Gold?
yellow, gold,
I know this one
bronze.
though. He has a silver leg.
He has a fucking silver leg.
One of his legs is silver.
Well, that, like, he wasn't always
He's
just
all gold with one silver leg. He's always been that way.
always.
Always. He has one silver leg.
They
It's
don't
his right
really-
leg, in fact.
I mean, like, he does have that limp, so
No,
it makes sense.
yeah.
But, like,
He's also
you
a
don't-
robot.
You
Yeah,
don't see
pieced
that,
together.
like, that much.
No, you see it through the whole film. It's just if you notice he has a silver leg or not. Isn't that wild? But let's talk about the other one. The
I am your father.
no, right?
Luke,
He
I'm your
doesn't-
father.
He doesn't say it. No, I am your father.
No?
He doesn't. He never says Luke. But I contribute this one to all kinds of movies, but in particular, Tommy Boy. La 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 Luke. I am your father. When he's talking to the fan and
Oh, I
shit.
remember that.
And we all, what? Tommy Boy?
Yeah, I know the movie. I just don't remember that scene.
Dude, I love Star Wars, and these bother the shit out of me because I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I've rewatched it every year since, and I still hear Luke.
Even while you're watching the show?
Yeah.
I
and
think
actually,
so.
I get pissed
I
off that he
must.
doesn't say it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I get mad. He doesn't say it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of things like that where I think I have better quotes than the movie. You know, we didn't talk about I think the most popular one we'll end with for sure because it pisses me off. I actually lost $500 betting someone. That's how sure I was with the last one we'll go over. And it's the one y'all know. And I really want to know down below in the comments if you guys are angry about it as well. But we didn't talk about a bunch of them on purpose too, because the idea was not to give every single one you could find out away, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys have some Mandela effects, please comment them down below. I would love to talk about them.
My Mandela effect is just that the word.
Oh no, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
for
one
sure.
that's
Fantastic.
freaking me out.
But if you guys have anything down below that we didn't cover that you're like, dude, what about this jerk? Please comment it down below. Also, I'm gonna start like an email and possibly even get a phone number just for our podcast. Because I would love to have like people leave voicemails for us to talk about, or if you guys have questions you want to ask us directly, I can play your voicemails. So in the meantime, if you just want to message me privately on the Facebook page, on the Adam Stoner Band Facebook page, just send me a video of you asking a question. I can play your audio here. If you guys make it clever and if the video is quality enough, I'll play your actual video on here. But if you guys have any conspiracy theories, Mandela effects, alien stories, if you've been abducted, if you've had sex with Bigfoot,
Please send videos of your stories of being abducted.
dude,
Please.
And
for
your
real.
sex video with
Please.
Bigfoot.
I actually too, I have been thinking about this too. I love watching like scary stories, the animated series and stuff. I would love to have you guys even write out detailed, like Reddit type stories of your ghost stories. And then I would read your ghost stories on the podcast and have just certain podcasts when we don't have a guest or we have you or whatever,
Yeah.
right? On there where we're just reading ghost stories would be really cool.
That'd be sick.
But we didn't talk about a bunch of them, and one of them I'll talk about real quick. I didn't know if I was going to because to me it's kind of the most lame one in there. Da Vinci was actually commissioned to do a painting once, and he spent 16 years on it. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the most famous painting in the world.
Somewhat famous.
It's called the Mona Lisa. There's a huge Mandela effect out there, right? That she smiled more than she is now. Like she was.
No.
No, I know, but
yeah.
so I didn't. Those ones like I find interesting, but not like some of these ones. I'm a more of a pop culture. Remember the other language I speak, pop culture one. So that's kind of why I didn't touch on a lot of those. If you guys have more ones like that too, don't be shy to send.
Yeah,
any to
ones
us.
that really irk you that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Bring up.
Well, yeah, what sets you on fire?
And maybe we
Louise?
did, but you just don't remember hearing it correctly. You got like that?
Yeah.
All right, let's stop at the last one. I was in a bar one time, and I'll leave my friends out of that I was talking to. And she's like, oh, yeah. And we had a couple drinks. I'll give her that. She got me. She was like, you remember that one movie, dude, where like Sinbad was a genie and he like, kabam. And I was like, oh, yeah. And there's that little dumb kid in the warehouse. And he had that outfit on, like the MC Hammer
It
pants.
was a basketball
Gold
movie.
hammer pants, purple.
Right? Yeah, dude, right? And I was like, yeah. She goes, what was the name of that movie? I'm like, it was Shazam. Because Kazam was already a movie with Shaq. All right, listen, cinema sucks half the time, but it's great half the time. So sometimes we get really cool stuff. Like we got Dante's Peak, and then we got Volcano. Both great movies. We got A Bug's Life, and then we got Ants. Both great movies. Every time like one movie comes out, another movie comes out that's just like it. It's kind of like when you watch DC movies, like we watched Zack Snyder's cut
Justice
today,
League,
Justice
yeah.
League today when I was tattooing all day. And I'm like, okay, Thanos, like they're so similar.
Yeah.
And but you always get one and then the other. So in my brain, I remember Shazam, which now we have a movie called Shazam based upon the comic. And that is way different. And that's after the time of the Sinbad Shazam. So please ignore that dumb movie out of your head. I'm sorry if you like it, but I hate it. It even ruined Black Adam when he was like, Shazam. I'm like, oh, I lost $500 over that word. So maybe that's why I hate it.
You're salty. You tainted.
So we all remember this movie, and I thought Shazam was like the Bug's Life of Kazam, right? So, yeah, that movie never happened.
It did.
It did.
I can see it.
I can
It did.
see it.
I feel
I'm
like
so
I've
frustrated.
seen a picture of someone with a VHS of it.
I saw it. I saw
You
that
have.
shit in Blockbuster.
You have seen many, many photos, And there is actually even a video out there of Sinbad as a
Saying
genie
Shazam.
saying Shazam because of the Mandela effect.
No, it was
No, he
before.
made it.
I know he did it after.
Yeah,
but
so that's
there
not
was-
what we're talking about either. He was doing a parody of that. Maybe you just hated it so bad because Jingle All the Way was the height of your career, because he wasn't a bunch of kids' movies at the time.
I firmly believe that's what happened. He saw Shaq make his movie Kazam.
Yeah.
And how dumb it was. He said, I'm not putting this shit out. You guys
Exactly.
wipe it. This didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Deny it to
Well,
death.
joke's on you. So I'm going to put out a $500 reward right now, cash that I lost at a bar. I'll lose another $500 if you can find me that. Because here's the thing: if you could find me the movie, because I think it exists. I think and there's billions of people looking for it right now, right? There's
Pirate Bay.
7.8 billion or whatever, how many people in the world, and about
lot.
7 billion of those people think this movie exists.
You know what?
Hunt is on, man.
When you said Shaq, that's not ever who I imagined.
Well, Sinbad is who we talked about.
Yeah.
Shaq is the real movie that happened. There's a real movie with Shaq called Kazam, and he is a genie.
He's a
Okay.
genie, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah,
We're right. I'm right. I'm right.
So,
okay.
so Sinbad, the guy from Jingle All the Way,
Never
the
did
news guy,
Shazam.
he never did Shazam, but that's the movie I remember.
Me too.
So
Yeah.
go back to the bar when she's like, if you could find me that movie, I'm like, Amazon's got my back right now. And then I spent the rest of the night getting sober, just like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose money on this. Like, what? And then that one is what got my love for the Mandela Effects.
Yeah.
It's that, because I to this day, I would fight you. I think we would physically fight. Like, she was a princess. Like that one. Like, and what was her sister? The Wicked Witch of the West, right? Like he's freaking out or whatever. It's like, no, he was a genie and he went, "Brr," and there was a dumb little blonde-haired kid. And it's like, man, next thing you're going to tell me is that there's not a movie with Hulk Hogan in it where he has like some crazy like weaponry. And like and I've never heard anyone talk about that movie either.
No Holds Barred? You talking about that?
I don't know.
With
All I
Tiny
know-
Zeus Lester?
You're way more info than I've got. I just remember Hulk Hogan in a movie where he's like from the future and there's like skateboards that have like, but then I'm like, maybe am I mixing up Back to the Future 2 with,
You got Hulk Hogan into Back to the Future too? Shit.
well, no, there's a Hulk Hogan movie where he's got like guns and stuff.
I want to know.
I'll look it up. But to me, I'm like, I'm afraid to look it up because if I find out another fucking movie, it's like I remember seeing the movie called Blank Check,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, and every time I looked for it, I found Richie Rich. Oh, there's another one, Blank Check and Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Those two movies came out at the same time. I think that's a volcano.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I mean?
was
Like,
Yeah.
two rich kids.
Yeah.
well, one
one
was
of them-
poor and got
Got a blank
blank
check
check.
because the guy hit his bike, and it's totally unbelievable. But I really wished it would happen.
Didn't we all?
Oh man,
especially because
Even though it doesn't work like that
because
at all.
there was this like
That's how you get
whole
fraud,
disgusting
kids.
kiss between a child and a grown woman.
okay, we're talking about Big right now. Because if we're talking about Big right
We're
now,
talking about a blank check.
really,
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
man,
He had
listen,
he hired an assistant and he fell in love with her. And he's like, oh, she's like, well, if you were older, blah blah blah.
This sounds
And
like
then-
Big.
And then he's like, can I get a kiss? And they like shared a smooch. It's disgusting.
Okay, you know what? Let's do an entire come back on this podcast because I mean, like I said, we hang out daily because like I
Yeah.
said, he's my apprentice, right? And we talk about all kinds of crap. You just gave me this idea. Okay, I don't want to end this one dark, but I'm going to end it kind of dark because I want to do this podcast. You just inspired me for another subject.
Oh, write it down. before you
It's
forget.
dude, this one's locked in my brain. Let's do a podcast. Let's all go do research, and please do research as well. This is nothing, but please write it down below or message me privately if you don't want to be known for saying this, right?
How dark are we getting here?
Oh, we're gonna get dark.
Okay.
Let's do a podcast where we expose every single movie that's going after our children,
Oh, yeah.
like Big. Because I mean, we talked about Ryan Reynolds earlier, right? I love the movie Waiting. Love the movie Waiting.
The
Every time I
waitress,
watch
the
it,
seat-
yeah.
the hostess was
Yeah,
underage.
he's like, I'll be 18. I better hurry up then. Like,
Yeah.
That's why you keep prowling the playground, Monty. They don't know any better. He's actively a guy who has sex with underage girls. And even that little table, how old are you guys?
Oh, there's so
15.
many.
And it's like that one, dude, I'm like, I love Ryan Reynolds, but this movie creeps me out. Like,
Matt McConaughey, too.
dude, it just,
Stop.
I keep
This
getting
is
older.
other-
And
this is
yeah,
future talk.
Yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was-
So many. You like that?
yeah, you got me a little deep.
That's what he does to
There's
me.
so
And like
many.
before I couldn't hear it.
I just love you like, there's so many.
It was perfect timing.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's my
dude.
boy
It's fun.
Josh. Good to dude. Good's a dude. It's my wife, Jackie.
He's the dude. I'm the dude. And
We're
she's
just
the
some
dude.
Oh, I get it. You know,
We're all dudes.
you're the
bunch of
dude.
dudes.
She's the dude. Oh, that's cool. That's great. That's great. I love when you come out to me. It's great. What? Scotty doesn't
I've
know?
been out
Scotty
since
doesn't know.
like
Fiona and me?
birth. But
Yeah. Excuse.
Miscusi.
Excuse. Is it Iscusi or Muscusi?
Me. Miss.
I don't know. Mandela
Escusi.
effect.
Miscusi.
We better
Escusi.
ask Eliza Minnelli.
What?
Good night.